Down looking goes Morgan, and the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the first, scoreless. Let's meet the Saints starting lineup. Sydney Stewart leads off at short. Emily Ricci catches. She bats second. Hannah Smith bats third at second. Kylie McQuillan is the cleanup hitter. She bats fourth and plays third. Jordan Ross, number 5, bats fifth and plays center. Reese Snipes is at first base, batting sixth. Stephanie Daly, the designated player, bats seventh. Kirsten James in right, batting eighth and batting ninth. Brooke Maher, the left fielder. Ava Dominici in the circle. Ava's twin sister Gianna also plays for the Eagles. Ava tells me that Gianna is the older twin. She was 2-3 with a 3.24 ERA last year in 19 appearances. But in her last 7 appearances of the season, she was 0-0 with a 2.90 ERA. So she finished the season strong for the Eagles. Catherine Grant is the coach of the Saints in her 9th year with 169 wins.
Number 2, Sydney Stewart.
Sydney Stewart comes up. Sid hit 389, 9 home runs, 45 RBIs. She set 8 school records. She finished in the top 2 in a single season in 13 different categories. Takes one down and in for a ball. Sydney sets school records in batting average, runs, hits, doubles, extra base hits, total bases, and fielding assists. And it's 2-0. She was also second in games played, at bats, triples, slugging, and RBI. And in the top 5 in on-base percentage and home runs in the season. That one up and in, and it's 3-0. Emily Ricci on deck. She led the Peach Belt in at-bats, hits, doubles. She was second in total bases, second in triples, and in the top 10 in batting average, OPS, and stolen bases. Takes a strike there. I'm not done yet. She was also in the top 20 in doubles in the country, the top 40 in runs, total bases, and hits. Okay, now I'm done. For now. It's 3-1 to Sydney Stewart. She fouls it off, and the count is full. Ricci awaits in the on-deck circle. We'll meet the Eagles defense in just a moment. Catherine Grant is assisted by Kaylee Allen and Paul Silverman. On the corner. Say what you will, but that was a consistent call. And Stewart goes down on strikes.
Number 21, Emily Ricci.
Same spot Delaney Morgan got rung up on last inning. And that brings up Emily Ricci. Ricci hit .315 with 3 home runs and 32 RBI last year. She takes a ball. Just inside 1-1. Excuse me, 2-0. Emily, defensively, the 5th best fielding percentage and the 5th most putouts in school history. Last year, she has the first hit of the Saints season. It's a single to left field. And that brings up Hannah Smith. Hannah has moved to second
7, Hannah.
from first this year. Hannah hit .341, 4 home runs, 30 RBI. She had a school record 15-game hitting streak to start last season off as she swings and misses there. Worth noting that Ricci was 11th in stolen bases last season in the Peach Belt Conference. She's at first. That one down and away for a ball. Catriona Bain behind the plate. Emma Wood at first. Haisa Bianco at second. Serenity Janickin at short. Kelsey Kressler at third. Leah Oberker at left field. Lady Morgan in center. And Mallory Kinahan in right. That is a grounder up the middle. Bianco up with the tags the runner on the first in time double play. So a 4-3 double play, and the side is retired. We have completed 1 inning. We are scoreless here at Flagler Field on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Up shallow center. Smith tracking it, and she has it, and there's one away. So that brings up Emma Wood. Little bit of personal history for me with Emma Wood coming up. Emma is a graduate of Matanzas High School.
Number 7, Emma Wood.
And I have called a game or two in Flagler County. Emma Wood becomes the first player I've ever called a game for at the high school and college level. And she takes one on the inside corner for a strike. Emma was second team All-Sunshine State Conference last year. She hit .308 with 2 home runs, 24 RBIs, and went 6-0 in the circle. We produce some talent down in Fast Pitch County, as I like to call Flagler County. One ball, one strike, one out. And that is popped up. Left field. Maher has it, and there's 2 away. Catriona Bain, the catcher. She enters this game on a 3-game hitting streak. She had .281 with no home runs and 12 RBI last year. Busy day for the Flagler Athletic Department, as that is a ball. Baseball is playing right now. Basketball will begin shortly for the men's and women's teams. We've got 2 softball games here and lacrosse tonight. No balls, 1 strike, 2 out. That one low. And it's 1-1. Saints are picked to finish 3rd in the conference as that is grounded to McQuillan. She snags it and throws it over to Reese Snipes, and there's A side retired. We go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless. A lot happened with the Flagler softball alums. Cassie Patterson is now Mrs. Cassie Kane. She got married over the winter, I believe. It was actually last month. Jackie Majuskovich gave birth to a beautiful baby girl named Sienna Grace. Wedding plans continue for Maddie Wise. No word on which sister she picked to be maid of honor. I'll try to get to the bottom of that. I know I think I asked Mackenzie. I can't remember if I asked Mackenzie or Molly. I think I asked Mackenzie which sister it was going to be, and she declined to answer. Ava Dominici in the circle from Lincoln High School in Lincoln, California.
Leading off for the Saints, the third baseman, number 18, Kylie McQuillan.
Ava was an All-American Scholar and a Sunshine State Honor Roll member. Kylie McQuillan comes up. Transfer from UNC Greensboro. Takes a ball. At Greensboro, Kylie hit .283 with a home run and 11 RBI. That's popped up and out of play. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball, left field. Obacare has it, and the side is retired. 2 innings, no runs for either team. We go to the top of the third, scoreless on the Peach Belt Sports Network.
After 2 innings, we're still scoreless. Flagler Athletics would like to thank the following corporate partners. B&S Sign, quality signage and service. When it comes to sign.
I'd like to send out a message, sending thoughts and prayers to the Embry-Riddle family. As many of you know, there was a plane crash in Washington last week when a helicopter collided with an airliner. Jonathan Campos, the pilot of the American Airlines flight, was an Embry-Riddle alum, so we send our thoughts and prayers and condolences to the Embry-Riddle family. Kelsey Kressler leads off. She had a tough end to the season last year. She takes a strike. Hit 141 with no home runs and 14 RBI. Those numbers severely impacted by a slump she had at the end of the year. Looking to put a couple of bad weeks behind her. The 0-2 pitch. Line drive, right field. Kirsten James has it. And there's one away. Serenity Janekin comes up, the shortstop. Serenity hit 273 last year with no home runs, 2 RBI. Takes one off the corner for a ball. Rachel Hester, like yours truly, a New York Yankee fan, digs in, catches the inside corner for a strike. Saints weren't just mashers of the ball. They were the best defensive team in the Peach Belt Conference and in the top 40 in the nation defensively. Is that his grounded foul? One ball, 2 strikes to Janekin. On the corner, down looking goes Janekin. Strikeout number 2 for Hester. He's been consistent. Or that call.
Number 22, Leah Obacare.
Leah Obacare comes up. Leah 158 with an RBI last year. Takes a ball. Hester ready on 1-0. Just inside 2-0. A little too much English on that one. Down and away, it's 3-0 on deck. We go back to the top of the order with Haisa Bianco. See if she has the green light on 3-0. Taking all the way on the corner, 3-1. A lot of changes at North Georgia as we look towards the conference. Mike Davenport, the legendary coach for North Georgia, took a job as an assistant at UGA. So that's kind of shaking up the conference. Raíssa Bianco from Piraquara, Brazil. Transferred from Miami-Dade College. Tell you where she went to high school after this pitch. Or not, because she's going to hit a fly ball to left field. It's off the wall. Heading into third and making the turn and coming back. No, she's going to head for home and the play at the plate not in time. It's an RBI double for Raíssa Bianco, and the Eagles are on the board with their first hit of the game. Obacare scores from second on the double. While we got a moment, Raíssa Bianco went to Colegio Positivo Jardim Ambiental. My Portuguese is not good, so I hope that was close. Mallory Kinahan from Sayville High School in Sayville, Long Island on deck. As there's some discussion the umpires are having. Kelsey Dunn Diaz kind of walking up, trying to figure out what's going on. Still don't know what's going on, but for me, that's nothing new.
Number 1, Mallory Kinahan.
So not sure what that was about. Kinahan steps in and takes the ball. According to her bio, Kinahan was born in Port Jefferson, New York. Brings me back to my days as a youth. I used to go to summer camp in Wading River, way out on Long Island, and there was a theater in Port Jefferson, and we always had a field trip there. It's 1-1 to Kinahan. I don't know if that theater's still there because that would have been about 35 years ago. I'm getting old. But anyway. That one gets away from Ricci, and into third goes Bianco. So Raíssa Bianco advances on the wild pitch, and it's 2-1. Kinahan was in the top 5 in innings pitched last year. Stewart played at a plate not in time. That's a fielder's choice and an RBI for Kinahan, and it's 2-0 Eagles. They're going to score that a hit. So that's an RBI single for Kinahan, and it's 2-0. That brings up the always dangerous Delaney Morgan from Irvine High School in Irvine, California. Delaney has made all conference the last 2 years. She's 9th in the conference in batting average, 7th in slugging, and 3rd in on-base percentage, 5th in runs, 3rd in triples, 5th in walks, 4th in stolen bases in the Sunshine State Conference last year. That's a strike. Throw in the second in time, and the side is retired. Not before the damage is done, though. The Eagles get their first hit of the game. They add another and 2 runs. They lead 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the third on the Peach Belt Sports Network.
Flagler Athletics would like to thank the following corporate partners: Chick-fil-A, Eat More Chicken; Capital Financial Strategies, a full-service financial company serving North Florida and South Georgia; Coldwell Banker Premier Realty, fulfilling the dream of home since 1906; Evans Automotive, quality work at a fair price; Endorphin Farms, a fully licensed sauce and manufacturing facility; Hero of Florida, your partner for the complete equipment lifestyle.
Bottom of the third, Ava Dominici back in the circle from Lincoln High School in Lincoln, California. Emily Ricci led the Peach Belt in runners thrown out last year. She picks up right where she left off. Saints will send Kirsten James, Brooke Maher, and Sid Stewart this inning.
Kirsten James.
Kirsten hit .232 with with 4 home runs and 11 RBI. Who made these sheets? Oh, I did. My bad. Had a home run and 3 RBIs in regionals. She takes a ball. Dominici was all section and all metro for the Sacramento metropolitan area. She throws a strike there. That one down and in. Away. 2-1. If you don't know, Embry-Riddle is located in Daytona Beach. That's a ground to the third. Kressler over to Wood. And there's one away. Brooke Maher making her college debut.
The left fielder, number 33, Brooke Maher.
Brooke was a 2-sport athlete. One and two, she held up. Slap foul. And she stays alive. And she step out of the box. The weather has been absolutely remarkable today, which is shocking because Northeast Florida, we're having one of the coldest winters we've had in about 15 years. We didn't get snow like Rachel Hester's family did over in the Panhandle. My wife and daughter went up to Georgia to see snow with some family members. She got to see snow for the first time up in Tifton, Georgia. Delaney Morgan returns after Kinahan was caught stealing.
Number 3, Delaney Morgan.
Mallory Kinahan led the Sunshine State Conference in court stealing. As Morgan takes a strike, she's 0 for 1, struck out looking her first time up. Up and in, 1-1. Both these teams have their sights set on NCAA regional appearances this season. As that one catches the corner, 1-2. It's one of those days, though, where if you're in the shade, it's kind of cool, and if you're in the sun, it's kind of hot. High's going to be 69 today, not a cloud in the sky. Wind blowing in from the south, so blowing from center to the left. As that's ripped foul the other way, and it's 1-2. Rachel Hester has had quite the career for the Saints. That is a ground ball up the middle, knocked down by Stewart, but that is a single for Delaney Morgan. Or at least the world's worst scorer will believe that, but it is. See, I got one right. Shelby Morse is primed for a breakout year. She finished the year 5-0 with a .74 ERA in the circle and hitting .409 at the plate over the last 10 games of the year. So the junior from Vintage High School in Napa, California, primed for a big year. As she has a ball and no strikes. That corner's been consistent today. It's 1-1. Morgan the runner at first. Delaney a good runner. She stole 24 bases last year in 30 tries. Fly ball, left field. That's got a chance. And it's gone. Shelby Morse makes it a 4-0 game. I said she was primed for a big year. And she tries to prove me right with a 2-run home run. And the Eagles lead 4-0. Shelby had 2 home runs last year. She has 1 already. She's halfway to her season total. And that brings up the former Matanzas Pirate from Palm Coast, Florida, Emma Wood. Slices that one in the left field. Diving catch by Murr! And there's one away. Nice piece of hitting by Emma Wood. It was just a great defensive play.
Number 8, Catriona Day.
Emma Wood coming from that vaunted Matanzas Pirates softball program, coached by Sabrina Manhart and my good friend Ashley Forrest. Catriona Bain takes a strike. From Drawson, Alberta. Transfer from Oakland University after Drawson High School. It's 1-1. That's a strike, and it's 1-2. If you're wondering, it's currently 2 degrees Celsius in Androsson. As that is thrown away, and we'll see how they score it. Regardless, Catriona Bain is on first base. So it's 2 degrees Celsius, it's 3 degrees Fahrenheit, and that has scored a hit for Bain, and Catherine Grant is out to the circle. That's the 5th Embry-Riddle hit. Kendall Wilkie's going to pinch run from Arlington High School in Lakeland, Tennessee. Courtesy runner for the catcher. Kelsey Kressler from down the road in Melbourne, where she went to Melbourne High School. Kressler walked her first time up. Emily Ricci keeps a watchful eye on Wilkie. Wilkie stole 5 stolen bases in high school last year. As that's ripped foul. And it's 1-1. One ball, one strike, one out, one on. Nice pitch. Kressler steps in the bucket, and it's 1-2. Some action in the Eagles bullpen as Mallory Kinahan was getting loose. Outside, 2-2. Count is full. Oh, that was ball 4. No, I think that was ball 3. Was it ball 4? I guess it was. Scoreboard only had 2, although the 2 is broken. It is 3-2.
Stay on the bag. Stay on the bag. No, the second base. Get ready to go back to 1. Stay on the bag.
Says ball 3, but it gets credited as a stolen base to Wilkie. So she has her first college stolen base. Catherine Grant wants to see why she's not returning the first. But it wasn't a dead ball. So she advances on the stolen base. Interesting way to get your first collegiate stolen base. But it all counts the same. 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. No runs this inning. And now it's ball 4. And so the world is right. So that brings up Serenity Janikin. Serenity hails from Tampa, Florida, where she went to Chamberlain. Catherine Grant out. I believe she's going to be making a pitching change. I thought shorts were a good idea, but that wind is howling. I might have to go out to my car between games. Put on some more Matanzas Pirate gear. So that will be the end of Rachel Hester's day. She's currently on the hook for both runners on the bases. Struck out 2, walked 1. Right now, 4 runs all earned. In 3 in the third. And that brings up Stephanie Daly, making her debut in the circle. Stephanie had a 1.54 ERA, struck out 82 and 86 in the third at Wiregrass Ranch High School.
Attention,
Stephanie from Wesley Chapel.
Number 14, Stephanie Daly.
Making her Saints debut.
Now batting number 19.
All right, let's reset. Wilkie's at second. Kressler's at first. Janikin at the plate. Stephanie Daly in the circle. With 1 out here in the top of the 4th, Embry-Riddle's already scored 2. Trying to add to it as that's bunted. Ricci couldn't corral it, and it's foul. That's fouled off the screen. 0-2. Stephanie played softball and volleyball in high school, was the Wiregrass Ranch High School Athlete of the Year. The 0-2 pitch upstairs, 1-2. One-two pitch, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on for the Eagles. Wilkie at second, Kressler at first, Janikin at the plate. The freshman Stephanie Daly in the circle. Cut on and missed. And Stephanie Daly has her first career strikeout, and there's 2 away. Leah Obacare up now. The former Nice High School Panther from here in St. Johns County. As a graduate of St. Augustine High School, I am obligated to point out that when Tim Tebow was at Nice High School, yes, that's Tim Tebow, he did not ever beat St. Augustine. That one a little too far inside. Obacare was on the Sunshine State Honor Roll. We're smart people up here in St. Johns County. What can I say? That one down and away, 3-0. Back to the top of the order with Haisa Bianco if she should reach. Schools here in St. Johns County have perennially been rated the #1 in the state. 3-0 pitch. On the corner, inside, 3-1. Gets the corner. Five hits, 4 runs for the Eagles. 3 balls with 2 out, 1 strike. The Saints are scoreless. And that will walk the bases loaded, and we are back to the top of the order with Raisa Bianco. Wilkie to third, Kressler to second. Bianco had an RBI double her last time up. She's 1 for 2. Which, by the way, extends her hitting streak to 7 games. Popped up. Ricci squeezes it, and the side is retired. But not before the Eagles add 2 more. We're halfway home. They lead 4-0 on the Peach Belt Sports Network. catching up with Paige Maseda there as the wild pitch gets away. Kinahan advances to second on it. Delaney Morgan, as good as they get. The senior has a runner in scoring position with no one out. Jammed her, but she gets it out there into the outfield for a base hit. Ball is up the line, but it gets Kinahan back, so the runner stops at third on the single by Morgan. She advances on the throw. That's the game sometimes. Daly jammed her, but she got enough on it to get it out in no man's land. And it's second and third now with no one out. And Shelby Morse, she's already sent one to the warehouse earlier today. She's 1 for 2. I predicted this would be a breakout year for Shelby. Sometimes you get late in the year and everything comes together, and it feels like that's what happened for Shelby. It's 1-1. Two and one. Kinahan at third, Morgan at second. Still no one out here in the top of the fifth. Here on a gorgeous opening day in St. Augustine. Back up the middle, off the pitcher in the center field. Play at the plate, not in time. And now Morse is in a rundown. 2 runs scored, just the same. And Morse is run down after a 2-run single. She has 4 RBIs in the game. I'm going to have to check with the score on that one. As Emma Wood comes up, she's 0 for 2. Brooke Marr robs her of a double her last time up. Emma was all state. She was all area. She was a district champ. And I'm wearing the t-shirt to prove it. Got my Matanzas district champions t-shirt on. Why do I keep bringing this up? I have been the voice of Flagler County for 16 years now. So very proud of my work with the high schools down there. One of Emma's former teammates, Leah Stevens, committed to the University of Florida earlier this week. Leah, I believe, broke Emma's school strikeout record, but I believe Emma still has the home run record at Matanzas. That is rounded to second. Smith has to hurry in time, and there's 2 away. And Catriona Bain comes up. She singled her last time up. Bain grounds that foul. No balls, 1 strike, 2 out. That one off the corner. Ricci couldn't frame it. It's 1-1. popped way up. And Smith makes the play. That ball's swirling in the wind. Tough play, but Smith makes it. But for the third straight inning, Embry-Riddle adds 2. They lead 6-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th on the Peach Belt Sports Network.
Flagler Athletics would like to thank the following corporate partners: Spring, Orthopedic Factory since 58. Flagler Orthopedic Institute, sports medicine and robotic surgery. St. Augustine Marina for all your boating and fishing needs. Playground Family Funeral Home in Singapore, services you get right. And Stella Group, Fishing Solutions Limited. Leading off for the Saints, the pitcher, number 14, Stephanie Daly.
Mike Licio here with you at the bottom of the 5th. Daly, James, and Maher come up this inning. 7, 8, 9. Ava Dominici has been pretty efficient. She's gone all the way. She struck out 1. The leadoff batter, Sid Stewart. Daly flew out to left her first time up. If you were scoring that rundown, it was 8-2-4-3-6. And what a play at third by Kressler. She has been all over it today. And there's 1 away. That was much different from the last one she caught, which was kind of a soft liner. That was a bullet. As Kirsten James comes up. Kirsten from Woodstock, Georgia, where she played softball and basketball at Etowah High School. I've been told I've been saying that wrong, so hopefully I got it right now. As she takes a strike. Cut on and missed, and it's quickly 0-2. One and 2, waste pitch there. Kirsten was the team MVP in both softball and basketball. Shallow center field, it drops in. And Kirsten James is aboard. She's now 1 for 2. And that brings up Brooke Maher from Lassiter High School in Marietta. And she is going to be pinch hit for by Raquel Justice. Raquel, the transfer from Utah Valley, calls Walla Walla home, where she went to Walla Walla High School. Wahai, as the locals call it. One of my favorite non-New York Jets of all time, Drew Bledsoe, went to Wahai. Justice takes the ball inside. No stats for her at Utah Valley. She redshirted last year. So this is her first collegiate at bat. Her sister Sarah's on the team as well, as that's a strike. James gets back. One ball, one strike, one out, one on. In the dirt, Nice scoop there by Bain, and it's 2-1. James only had 2 stolen bases last year, so not a huge run threat. 3-1. No, that catches the inside corner. Some late movement there. And it's 2-2. In on the hands. And Emma Wood falls over trying to make the double play. There's 2 away, and she's out 3 unassisted. L3. And that brings up Sydney Stewart. Sydney not only brought a great bat and glove with her, she brought energy to this team when she transferred from Northwest Florida State. 1-0. Poach to Sid. James fakes a bluff. It's 2-0. Sid 0 for 2 today. In the last 11 games of the season, she hit .457. Most of those were in the conference tournament and regionals. That's a fly ball to left field. Track! Whoa! Warehouse! Put up the bat signal! Sydney Stewart with her first home run of the season, the 10th of her career, and it's 6-3. Sydney Stewart sends one to the warehouse, and the Saints are climbing back in it. Kirsten James scores. And Kelsey Dunn may be going to the bullpen, or she's making a defensive change for sure, as it looks like Parker Ray has headed out to right field, which means I think Mallory Kinahan is going to come in the pitch. So Kinahan now the pitch. Ava Dominici is done after 4 2/3 solid innings. 3 runs on 7 hits. No strikeouts and no walks and a strikeout. A home run allowed. She remains the pitcher of record. Kinahan finished the season 1-3 with a 3.90 ERA. In her last 5 appearances, she was 8-9 with a 2.45 ERA, striking out 50 in 105 2/3. So Parker Ray, let's get the lineup straight. Kinahan goes to pitcher. Be in the flex position, that she will not be in the batting order. So Shelby Morse is a designated player. She is now batting for the right fielder. As she was batting for the pitcher, Dominici. So Emily Ricci comes up. Emily played volleyball in high school. So that's fouled off. Ricci 2 for 2 today. Had a halt play as a baseball came over from the baseball field where the Saints are playing Alabama Huntsville. No balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Now 1-1. Saints have gotten it back down to a 3-run Embry-Riddle lead. First home run for the Saints this year. That one upstairs, 2-1. And that's ripped foul. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 2 runs in the inning for both the Saints and the Eagles. After a 2-run home run by number 2, Sydney Stewart. That is fouled the other way as Ricci stays back on it. One more time, the 2-2 pitch. Count is full. Hannah Smith on deck. Kinahan was 9th in innings pitched. A little wild at times. As that is in the gap. That should be a double. Ricci digging for 2. And slides in the second, and it's a double for Emily Ricci. Her first of the season. She's 3 for 3. To finish the thought on Kinahan, she was 5th in hit batters and 6th in wild pitches. As Hannah Smith comes up 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice her last time up. Oh. And that buzzes the tower. As Smith gets whacked in the coconut and will take first base. Well, this announcing thing's kind of funny because I said Shelby Morse was a breakout player. She hit a home run. I said Kinahan hit a few batters last year. And she hit Hannah Smith. And fortunately, she's okay. Kylie McQuillan comes up. She's 1 for 2 with an RBI single.
Attention fans, pinch running for the Saints, number 6, Sarah Justice.
And Sarah Justice, Raquel's sister.
Now batting, third baseman, number 18.
Makes her Saints debut at first base, pinch running for Hannah Smith. McQuillan back in the batter's box for the 3rd time today. That one comes across the plate. Nice movement for a strike. McQuillan was an All-American scholar at Greensboro. She takes the ball there. Ricci at second. Sarah Justice at first. Saints one swing away from tying this game. Upstairs, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Gets the corner. Like I said, that umpire's been consistent with that spot. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. 2 runs this inning for both teams. Ricci at second. Sarah Justice at first. That one a little too far outside. The count is full. Right idea by Kinahan trying to expand the strike zone. That is a slow roller. Kressler over to first in time, and the side is retired. Sid Stewart sends one to the warehouse, though. We go to the top of the 6th. Eagles lead 6-3. 2 runs.
After 5 innings, your score, Embry-Riddle 6, Flagler 3.
long has that been going on? Off and on. Okay. I'll let him know. Strike. Over here at Flagler Field. Asdale Field hosting a pair of baseball games. It's 2-1. Flagler Gymnasium later tonight. Ranked as that one catches. Kinahan's first strikeout of the day comes in a big moment. Away. Wood has
Attention fans, pinch hitting for the Saints, number 16, Morgan Hicks.
Morgan Hicks from Noblesville, not Valpo, so this is also her catches the knee. 1-1. Cut on and missed. 1-2. Snipes at second. Morgan Hicks at the plate. Mallory Kinahan in the circle with 2 strikes and 2 out. That one upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. A 2-run lead for the Eagles. That is a base hit to center field. Snipes comes to the plate. Slides. She's safe. and it's a one-run game, an RBI single. Morgan. Stewart. Sid sent one to the warehouse her last time up, I should say. Her 10th career home run, which moves her into a tie with Brittany Haddam. Tie with
Now batting the shortstop number 2, Sydney
Whitney Woodard for 16th in school history in extra base hits. Cut on and miss as Olivia Burns pinch runs at first base. Burns from Pendleton, Indiana, not too far from Morgan Hicks. So a Hoosier for a Hoosier. Upstairs, throw into second base. And in there with a stolen base is Olivia Burns. The first stolen base of the year for her. I think Coach Dunn Diaz was checking for obstruction there. So the tying run now in scoring position here in the bottom of the 6th. And the Saints' best hitter at the plate. It's 1-1. 2-1. And the count is 3-1. On deck, Emily Ricci. Burns at second. Stewart at the plate. Kinahan in the circle. On 3-1. Grounded foul. The count is full. Emily Ricci with the shin guards on. She'll be coming to the plate. She'd rather come up with just the bat than her mitt here on 3-2. Payoff pitch. Upstairs, ball 4, and Sydney Stewart draws a walk. Second walk today by Kinahan brings up Emily Ricci, who is 3 for 3 today. 4 for 4 would almost certainly tie this game. She singled in the first, singled in the 4th, and doubled in the 5th. Ball 1. Quick huddle here in the circle. This is a big moment in the game. Wind has shifted a little bit more towards center field. at second. Stewart at first. Ricci at the plate. Kinahan in the circle. It's a 1-0 count. Foul back. 1-1. That one upstairs, 2-1. Six to 5 here in the bottom of the sixth. Foul back off the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. The number 2 hitter at the plate. 2 runs in the inning. Number 2, Sydney Stewart at first. 0-0. Olivia Burns at second. Fouled off. She spoils that one. Something Emily Ricci has always been good at is working at bats. This will be the 6th pitch of this one. She faced 7 pitches her last at bat. Kinahan ready. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, one more time. Fly ball, right field. Wood gives chase, but it lands, and this will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Olivia Burns at second. Sydney Stewart at first. Emily Ricci at the plate. Mallory Kinahan, fellow native New Yorker. Deals. Line drive to right field. That's down for a base hit. Here comes Burns. Play at the plate. She's out. What a play in right field by Parker Ray. Catherine Grant is arguing the call. It looked like she slid in under the tag, but the side is retired. So it's a single for Ricci. Burns is out at the plate, 9-2. But the Saints get 2 back. We'll be back in a moment for the... What's up? Not too bad at all. I love it.
Your score after 6 innings, Embry-Riddle 6, Flagler 5.
We won't bother.
Was she safe?
No, she's out.
Okay. I looked like, from here it looked like she got under the tag, but I get blocked off.
Flagler Athletics would like to thank the following corporate partners: Stellar Group,
Baseball, the
taking
loaded
solutions
bases.
further.
1
Sunshine
out.
Realty for all your
Guy
real
hits the
estate
ground
needs.
ball into left
Taylor
field.
Waldrop, St.
Guy
Augustine
comes
lawyers
charging,
backed by
right under
experience.
the glove, goes
And
fast.
Spellman
Oh,
PA,
that's
a
never
full
good.
service law firm representing clients statewide. UBS Financial.
playing 2
looking
over there
at
today,
matters
right?
most to you Today, tomorrow, and for generations
They won
to
last
come.
one,
right?
Invested
Game
Metal,
one, yeah.
the customer-centric and solution-based metal supplier.
Tina Harrow had 212 strikeouts last year, going 11-5. She broke the school single-game strikeout record 3 times. Up Jordan Moss, who's 0 for 2, but walked and scored her last time up.
Fielder number 5, Jordan Moss.
Larissa Sol, Tina Harrow. Fly ball, right field. Parker Ray has to come in. That one kind of got hung up in the wind, but she makes the play, and there's 2 away. The Saints are down to their last out. Reese Snipes, 2 for 3 with an RBI.
The first baseman, number 9, Reese Snipes.
Just short. Morgan squeezes that one, and that is your ball game. 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Eagles.